What's good, guys? Mookie here with another edition of Mookie's Meals. Well, today we're actually going to be meal prepping. So I'm going to show you guys some of the ingredients, how we're going to do this, take you through the entire process of what I do personally for my meal preps. And if you guys want to try it out, send me pictures, show me you guys getting it done. I honestly love seeing other people start their journeys. It's super motivating. I always get so many messages on my Instagram, even a lot of YouTube comments, people telling me about how they've changed, how they started and where they started when I started my journey and now where they're at. They show me the before and afters. It's super cool on Instagram because it saves all the prior messages. So I'll seriously have people send me like them at like 300-400 pounds, and then they'll send me a message like recent and I'll be like, man, they've lost like 100 pounds, 70 pounds, like whatever it is. And it motivates me. It makes me want to continue to make these videos. I feel like I'm actually helping people and it's amazing. Like that's my entire, I'm like, I can't even fathom the fact that I'm in this position where like I'm motivating other people and they're seeing my journey as I've gotten healthier in my life, and now they are doing the same thing. And that's something that I'm truly blessed to say like I've been able to do, and like I seriously, like that means the world to me. And I could honestly say it's made me feel like I've had like, this is like my purpose in life is to show people that it can be done. That were people like in my situation, or even like the people in like 300 pound, 280 pound range, that it can be done. You can lose the weight. Because when I was 450 pounds, like I used to think, oh my God, like this is going to be impossible to get off. And now me sitting at my lowest weight like since 8th grade, it's crazy to think that like all it took was that hard work, dedication, and most importantly, consistency, day in and day out. So before I get into the cooking or anything, I also want to give a huge shout out for everyone that supported me on my merch. It seriously means the world to me. Through the sales on all my merch and everything, it's how I'm going to afford to get my loose skin surgery. It's how I'm going to push my movement even further, help more people that are in my situation. I eventually want to start bringing on people that are 400 or 500 pounds, start training them for free, giving them meal plans, showing them and guiding them, because I know how I was lost and Pitt helped me and get me to this position. I want to do that for others. So really appreciate everybody that supported me. I remember always getting DMs till this day. Man, what's your Venmo? I'll send you money for your loose skin, for this, that. And I honestly never wanted to take any of it because I want to provide something and to make a community. So honestly, if you guys want, go to my website, support me. If not, a like, a comment, all of that means just as much to me. Share this video with your friends. I have people always like who will share my videos and it'll bring someone new into the community. I'll spend time talking with them. I have so many of my friends that they'll have siblings that or other family members that for whatever reason they find that motivation through me, and I'm like, man, I love talking to them, sharing my story, sharing whatever tips that I can. It's seriously like, this is like my purpose in life now. I've never felt like I've had that, never knew like exactly what I wanted to do, but now I know. I want to show people that are in my situation it's possible to lose weight. You can do it. It's honestly like, I know that mindset that you get into when you're 400 or 500 pounds and you feel like, man, how am I ever going to get down? How am I ever going to break these barriers? But slowly, surely, with hard work, consistency, you will get it done. I promise you. But that's enough with all that talking, so let's get into what I'm going to be cooking today. So, I got my broccoli right here. I'm going to roast these bad boys. I'll throw a little bit of avocado oil spray on top, some seasoning, keep it super simple. I got my chicken breasts. Seasoned this. I'm going to pan fry it. Not even fry it. I'm going to put like avocado oil and cook it on the pan. And lastly, got my asparagus, the peppers that I'm going to throw into my chicken. So I'm going to show you guys this entire process, how I get it done. So stay tuned, and I appreciate it. Alright, so I got the camera angled a little bit down so you guys can see the way I lay everything out onto my baking sheet. So if it looks a little funny with my head cut off, it's because the camera's pointing down. But so, I got my broccoli here. Quick tip, I'd suggest making sure your broccoli is like nice and dry. Some of these bigger pieces I'll break up on like too big of pieces. Alright. So we got this. Spread it across my tray. Let me go quickly grab my avocado spray. So first, start with the avocado spray. This is freaking super clutch. Something I use all the time. Pink Himalayan salt. My favorite, put on everything, a whole bunch of pepper. Ah, shit. The funny thing is, like, this might even seem like a lot, but whenever I finish cooking my food, I'll literally put some on top. Lastly, and just a little bit, the garlic salt. My sister told me about this, and I love garlic, so you know I'm gonna put that on there. But yeah, so now I got all of this prep ready to go. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. Get the broccoli nice and roasted. Then I'm gonna take all of this broccoli, throw it into a container, and that's it for the broccoli, guys. Step number 1 done. So as that broccoli cooks, we're gonna next go to the asparagus. Next, we're moving on to the asparagus. I got my handy dandy pot right here. This is exactly, I'm gonna cook my chicken in the same thing. Again, like I said, I'm all about saving dishes, right? Like nobody wants to meal prep, cook a bunch of food, and have to do a bunch of cleanup. That's like the last thing you wanna do. So with these asparagus, I keep it super simple. I cut off the ends. So right here, I'm going to take off all these ends of the asparagus. Right? Little thing that I like to do is I chop them up. Just because it's easier to eat, easier to pack. So nothing too specific. Just chop it all up. Right here. And I add it directly. Ooh, shit. Forgot to put the avocado spray. Key, guys. Boom. Look at that. 0 calories in this bad boy. Obviously, you don't want to add a bunch on, but it's something that is not nearly as bad as, like, adding, like, other super fatty stuff. So, I definitely recommend adding the avocado spray. It's something that, like, cook my eggs in, cook everything in. It has a high smoke point, so it makes everything super easy. So again, I'm cooking a lot of this food because, man, these meals are just super clutch for me, and they last, and it just makes my life like way easier. Having, like I said, stuff ready to go, prepared in my fridge. Quick tip, guys: clean your dishes as you go and cook. It's makes your life super easy at the end. But we're gonna add a lot of pink salt. Don't be scared of salt, guys. It does not make you gain weight. Pink salt is actually super good because what I notice is I drink a lot of water and I'm not always feeling super hydrated. Like, my body will hold on to the water. What happens, and then when I'm peeing, I'll literally be peeing like super white. So it's literally going straight through me. But I noticed with the pink salt, I literally will eat pink salt just by itself and like with water, because it adds minerals to your water. It's a trick Pitt taught me. and he learned from coaches. So trust me, it works, and you will literally feel like, man, my body is you'll drink less water but feel more hydrated. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. As you guys can see, my asparagus is good to go. So I'm going to throw this now onto my stove, cook it, get a nice color on it, get it nice and brown. And then once my broccoli is finished, I'm going to throw all of the broccoli and all of the asparagus into one big container. That way I can just pull out of that, make my meal preps, have it ready to go for me to pop in the oven. We're going to get this prepped. I like to throw pepper into chicken. It kind of adds more flavor, adds that crunch. Sometimes just like eating just like the plain chicken breast, it gets old. And honestly, that's why, like, I don't know if you guys have seen in my previous videos, I love Middle Eastern food. I'm Pakistani, so a lot of my food that I eat is it'll be like curry style, right? But I'll make it healthy. I'll use like super lean ground beef if I'm gonna make ground beef. If I'm making chicken, I'll use chicken breast. I use healthy oils, and yeah, that's like the biggest thing is watching the portions on all of that, and it makes my life honestly like way easier because it's super flavorful. But I don't do it for all of my meals. That's why I'll have meals like this as well, where it's just straight up the peppers and like straight more plain chicken breast, you could say. But as you guys can see, I'm just chopping these into like little square pieces. So I'm like, it's a kind of good time right now while I'm doing the cutting. So I've been doing this 60-day challenge, and honestly, in the beginning of my challenge, it was like super tough for me. I haven't really done any updates on like not smoking weed, and it's something I had been doing for so long. But honestly, anybody else that's in that boat, you just have to get past that initial like few weeks, and once you do, it's easy. Like, I don't even think about it anymore. I'm way more productive, and like, I don't think I'll ever in my life, like, I'm gonna probably smoke again, but I'll never go back to like my old habits, and like, it's just not productive, and like, it's not conducive for where I'm at in my life right now. I have like way more other goals and things I need to focus on, and like spending time just like chilling, smoking is like really does like nothing for me, to be honest. Like, it was cool for the time being, but you gotta grow up, you gotta move on, and that's like one of those things that I just couldn't do anymore. So had to make it a thing of the past, guys. It's not that I think anybody who does smoke, like Pitt, I don't know if you guys saw his video. He openly admits like how he smokes, and it's something that it just depends who you are and like how it affects you on whether or not you should do it or not. So now I'm prepping my chicken breast. This is something I love doing. It makes cooking it way easier, but I'll cut it into little square pieces, and so here I'll have the bigger chicken breast, and I'll fillet this bad boy. That way it's not such a like big piece. Let me bring this closer so you guys can see. Like, this is about the size. It's an inch, some are a little bit smaller. I'm not the most particular about like super juicy chicken and making sure it's like, I honestly don't even care. I'm more about just like getting this stuff cooked. Like I said, these are quick grab and go meals for when I'm at the gym and I'm not able to actually cook like the curries or do some of those more like flavorful dishes like the pumpkin, not the pumpkin, the like the pepper boats. I did like where it's like beef, I had the green peppers, or like my pesto baked chicken, like some of that stuff. It takes a little bit longer, and it's not really like it's not as easy to like meal prep that, so it makes it like way easier. And honestly, another trick of mine is I don't like to cook too much chicken at once. Because chicken, this honestly takes like no time at all. So that's why I like to just cook like how much I'm going to eat for about 2 days. So this is 3 chicken breasts. This will be about 5 to 6 meals for me. I'll actually have to weigh it out and see like when I actually like package my meal. So that's a whole nother part, is I'll do about 4 to 6 ounces of chicken, sometimes a little bit more. It's not really that for you. And then I'll do pretty much as much broccoli and asparagus as I want, and about half a cup of white rice that I'll take to the gym with me. And that's like pretty much where I work, so it's like it's super clutch. I'll sometimes take 2 of these meals. All the chicken, I'm literally gonna take it all, throw it in with my peppers. Again, guys, the least amount of dishes and mess as possible is my goal with this cooking. I don't want to spend 45 minutes cleaning up after myself. Guys, that asparagus is looking muy fuego.
Smells even better.
My favorite on chicken, the Montreal steak seasoning. So I'm going to add this. Not too much. I'll still throw a little bit of pink salt on top. A little bit of garlic salt. And lastly, hit it with the pepper. Again, pepper, man. It's more how long it takes my wrist to get tired. And I love pepper. I'll put a bunch. So I'll have the chicken all seasoned like this. We're just going to go ahead, toss it all up, get that seasoning everywhere, get it mixed in with the peppers. Don't be shy, guys. We are chefs. We use our hands. We don't need to worry. We wash them. I don't need to be putting gloves on. I'm eating all of this. No one else. So I could care less.
Okay, guys, check that out.
Dang. All that broccoli's done. About to just toss it in that container. Cook up the chicken. Put that in a separate container. And we done. Okay. Okay. Check that out. Veggies are all done. Rice is super simple. Like I said, my family always has it on deck. But if you don't, you can either get yourself a rice cooker. Super simple. Make it in the little pot like that. But now we're throwing the chicken on. So let me get the camera set up. The chicken is on the stove, cooking up. That'll be done soon. Like I already said, the broccoli and all that stuff is done. And that is a wrap for my cooking, guys. So, quickly, as that chicken gets started, let me adjust this. I'm a little bit rusty with the Mookie's meals, you know, working the camera while cooking. But, you know, it's a process. We'll get back to it. I want to be dropping at least one of these a week. You guys have been seeing my videos with Nate as well. Man, I'm telling you, this challenge and pushing myself to that new level has like really helped my mindset, has helped everything, my discipline. So I definitely recommend, if you guys have anything in your life that you feel like is holding you back, first figure out what it is and then come up with a plan of attack, how you're going to get that discipline and get that under control. And for me, like I've already said multiple times, it was smoking weed. I was not disciplined with it. Doesn't say that people who do smoke are not successful, because there are countless people who are super successful that are able to have that discipline still. I just wasn't in that position, so I had to cut that part of my life out for the meantime. But yeah, so now the chicken, it's cooking. I don't think you guys really need to see the final product of that, but the chicken will finish grilling on the stove. I'm going to put that into another container. I already showed you guys the veggies. That's all ready to go. So now tomorrow, for instance, when I go to the gym, I'll have that all ready. I'll scoop up some of the veggies into a container. I'll measure out about 6 to 8 ounces of chicken for myself. And boom, that's a meal. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry. I have it ready there for me sitting. So always be prepared. That is the number one thing, because that will help you avoid fast food. It'll help you avoid eating bad or eating like chips or something that's just quick laying around. When you have your meal ready to go, it makes life so much easier. Again, I want to thank everybody who's made it this far in the video. Thank you for the support. Thank you for believing in me from day number one. I've had so many people who are day oneers that literally, like, I can't tell you how much all those messages, all that encouragement it meant for me. So like I said, my brand, it is to give back. It is a movement. It's to help people move. It's help people get started with their journey. I want to help change millions of people's lives. And I'm going to do that through my YouTube, my Instagram, through my company. Everything that I can do in my power, I'm going to do it. I appreciate everyone's support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time.